There isn't any proper guidance. People tell you कि हमारे बेटे ने ये किया है तो आप भी वही कर लो. I got admission into an Ivy League college, that is Columbia University. Unfortunately, life came to a little bit of a standstill when I finally sat for placements. I cracked a job in my dream company at Tokyo. I did not have a 5 to 10 year plan. So when I was trying to find my college, I made mistakes. Now, you're on your study abroad journey. I advise you to... I'm not the tallest basketball player, but I've never let the non-controllables stop me. If someone is taller, what are my options? Number 1, I can learn floater shots. 2, I can become a better 3-point shooter. And 3, I can develop better skills and speed to run past them. In life, if there are limitations, there's always solutions if you have the will. I've always believed that your heart is greater than your height, and if you have the will, then you can easily go for it. I've used the same philosophy in life. First, to get into my dream college, which is studying economics at SRCC in India. I've used that to win an inter-college championship for the same college after 21 years in the college's history, which is the highest honor in sports in Delhi University. And 3, I've used this to study abroad and finally find my own company in the same space. Hi, I'm Ananya. I did my schooling in Modern School Barakhamba Road. School tak life easy thi, but jab college choose karna tha, तो I made a big mistake. Unfortunately, there wasn't any proper guidance due to the low counselor to student ratio that we have in our schools and colleges. Uske wajah se, I had to only take guidance from people around me. The irony of life is that you can be very smart and you can continue to take the right decisions. But when it really comes to something so huge, there isn't any proper guidance. People tell you कि हमारे बेटे ने ये किया है तो आप भी वही कर लो. Jabki there should be some data, some metrics and some personalization to what you can be good at. I needed some proper guidance and I did not have a 5 to 10 year plan. So when I was trying to find my college, I made mistakes. When I tried to find my course, I made mistakes. In life, working backwards is extremely important. Just like sports, you need a strategy to win against opponents. But unlike sports, life does not have a time limit. It requires patience and consistency. Hustle karte karte, I finally reached my New York dream. I got admission into an Ivy League college, that is Columbia University. It felt so exhilarating. I was finally out of my cocoon, just like a butterfly. I could sense the independence. In fact, on the first day itself, we explored so many restaurants within the campus. I felt like a true student for the first time. जो freedom मुझे हमेशा से चाहिए थी, I got that finally. And I felt like I could do anything. I could achieve anything. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. I was making all these connections, but at the same time, I was exploring opportunities that I never imagined in my life. So I started working on campus. I started working off campus. In fact, I started outsourcing these premium gyms I could work at. So I got a free ticket to work out there, but also could earn some extra pocket money. With that money, I used to go buy myself amazing things, eat amazing food, and also hustle inside class. So I started learning about sports and rubbing shoulders with these amazing athletes जो मुझसे कम से कम 1 feet tall थे. But it was all worth it because I got to learn so much from them. Especially people who came from such different countries and such diverse backgrounds. There were people from Brazil, from Peru, from the US of course, and well, you name it and you had that candidate in our class. And that's really what made New York and made Columbia so special, because you finally got to experience what diverse cultures are like. And उनसे कितना कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, आपकी perspective change हो जाती है, which I never thought I could actually be a person that would think that way. But it's really hanging with that company and hanging with such smart people that teaches you so much. As a student, I had such a different experience versus when I was studying in India. In the US, they basically asked me to question everything, including my own existence. So I was questioning why sports and how to build the best leagues in the world and why are athletes here so good at what they do. This ability and skill to learn to ask questions was really what made me a standout professional. I was the youngest in my cohort. I was all of 21 years old, whereas everybody in the batch was at least 27. Despite the age difference, I was taught to ask questions, to raise my hand, and to hustle and network. Some of the best opportunities came when I used to go for these random networking events and present myself. I learned this trick called the 30-second elevator pitch that they taught to us in New York, which is to introduce yourself and make it so compelling that they hire you for who you are, but not what you know. And that's something that I've carried forward in my life. Through this program, I had the opportunity to give an interview at the Mecca of Entertainment, Madison Square Garden. जो वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट एंटरटेनर्स हैं एंड एथलीट्स हैं, they perform at MSG. And here I was, all of 21, applying for this internship that was one of the most competitive. But lo and behold, I had my first interview. And then I had my second interview. Sometimes there were so many issues in just communication because the American accent versus the Indian accent can be so different. But gradually, as you move forward in life, you learn that people are the same everywhere and you just have to connect with them on an emotional level. Like I said, what my professors told me was, it's who you know and how you make people feel versus what you know. And I was 21. Imposter syndrome बहुत ज़्यादा था. I didn't know anything the same way as my 27-year-old counterparts knew. But I knew that I could make them feel special and I could draw that connection with them. So, a few months later, I got the offer letter to work at Madison Square Garden. And on one of my first days, out of the changing room, I saw my favorite athlete walk out, Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors. I had my interns with me, but I was almost about to faint. That's how special these programs are. When you're at one of the best programs in the world, you get opportunities like that. You get to meet your idols, you get to interact with your idols, and you get to learn from people who've made these idols who they are. Imagine applying that to your own life, taking these principles forward, and perhaps becoming the best in your field. So life was great. I was getting all these internships, meeting all these cool people, and honestly, I thought I'm the coolest person on planet Earth. LinkedIn pe, all my posts were going viral because who doesn't like a post with athletes? But unfortunately, life came to a little bit of a standstill when I finally sat for placements. So in the US or anywhere in the West, they don't have a placement structure. It all depends on you. आप कितनी नेटवर्किंग कर सकते हैं, कितने लोगों से बात कर सकते हैं, एंड क्या आप में वो एबिलिटी है कि आप जॉब क्रैक कर सकते हैं. They'll give you all of the best facilities in the world. There'll be Fortune 500 CEOs who'll come to teach in class. But do you have the ability to go up to them and ask them for a job? And do you have the ability to crack that job? So, while my internship and interview process was great, my visa was such an issue. Unfortunately, because of that, I was just not able to get something that I really desired and wanted. I was really good, I was called for interviews and people wanted to work with me. But visa was always stopping me. And I started to wonder, did I make the right decision? But I learned one thing during my class. When people zig left, you zig right. Which is when I started being jugadu again. So I found volunteering opportunities. So US में there are multiple conferences that happen where again some of these Fortune 500 CEOs show up. And all you need to do is just act as a free volunteer. So I, being who I am, I sourced all of these volunteering conferences and wrote them a cold email saying I would love to volunteer for you and here is my CV. A few of them replied and I jumped at the opportunity. So the conference I went to, I saw this Indian appear there and I said, hey, this is a great opportunity. Let me play the Indian card here. Turns out the same person was actually leading the sports division at my dream company, the same company that sponsored Stephen Curry. So, right after his speech, I went up to him and approached him. I gave him my 30-second elevator pitch and exchanged cards with him. And lo and behold, after a few months, a lot of pitch decks, a lot of tests from New York, I cracked a job in my dream company at Tokyo. Within 2 months, I was out of New York and in Japan. Hustling and hard work is extremely important, but so is smart work. So I was hustling and getting all these opportunities that I was opening up for myself. But I realized I wasn't fulfilled. Athletes के साथ काम करने में मजा तो बहुत आ रहा था, but was it my true career path? Was it my true calling? And after a while, I realized I did not have proper guidance and it was finally starting to show up. My own journey from economics to sports to now entrepreneurship in the education industry is a testament to that. While I got all the results that I wanted because I do believe hard work pays off, but I could have saved so much time, effort, and energy to accelerate and advance my career at the same time. My own journey from economics in undergrad to sports in my master's and working in the sports industry to finally doing entrepreneurship on my own in the education industry and being extremely fulfilled is a testament to that. What proper guidance can do for you is it can save you so much time, effort, and energy and let you use and channelize your hustle in the right direction early on. I realized I wanted to solve bigger problems, and to work in the sports industry was not helping me do that. I know this advice is only personalized to me. I know many people who are very satisfied working in the industry, but again, this is where personalization comes in, and this is where the right guidance can save you so much time and channelize your hustle into the right direction. So if you have those strategies in place early on, you can get the same opportunities that you got, but use them in the place that you finally want to work in. Now, I'm building Uni Discovery to solve the same problem that I faced. A higher education mentorship platform that guides students right from 8th grade all the way till their mid-20s going for their undergrads, masters or MBA programs. We help them build their profiles and most of all, we personalize that guidance for them through tests, metrics and a lot of brainstorming so that you can channelize and hustle in the right way. I made a lot of mistakes, but I got a lot of wins too. And today, I've poured my heart out in front of you so that you don't make the same mistakes. Now, you're on your study abroad journey. I advise you to start your research, be very thorough, and just take a decision that feels really right to your heart, and you won't go wrong. To conclude, लाइफ में बहुत लोग आपको गाइड करेंगे एंड सब काउंसलर्स बन जाएंगे जब आपको कोई ओपिनियन चाहिए, बट इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू डोंट मेक द सेम मिस्टेक्स दैट आई डिड. डोंट लिसन टू योर चाचा का बेटा और सम पर्सन हु जस्ट वॉक्स इनटू योर लाइफ सेइंग यही करो बिकॉज हम बोल रहे हैं. You should weigh your own pros and cons. Decide what option is right for you. Go on the internet, go on social media, scroll every college's Instagram page. Speak to tons of people, speak to experts, speak to alumni, speak to friends, and then decide, will I fit here culturally? Will this fit into my 5 to 10 year plan? Ultimately, this is your career and you have to make a personalized choice because you have to live with it for the rest of your life. So it's extremely important that you make an informed decision. You may reach out to me on the Joe's Talk Study Abroad channel and I'll be more than happy to answer your doubts. Good luck on your study abroad journey. See you.